All right. Michael East, can you read this one?
Yes. Each form of the font family must be declared using the @fontface rule. In the example below, a custom font called Delicious is also loaded and used for the heading, or is loaded and used for the heading. Internet Explorer has a built-in bug when multiple @fontface rules are defined. Using the #IE fix as shown below fixes this problem. And the question mark fools Internet Explorer into thinking the rest of the string is a query string and loads just the EOT file. The other browsers follow the spec and select the format they need based on the SRC cascade. And define a new font named test. So it would be @fontface.
Good.
Font family of test, and then
and just make sure to put the dash in between font and face.
Font dash family for test, and then source is SRC for the URL of the test.otf.
Good, perfect. All right. And after the quiz, we'll go ahead and actually do that and import some font families. So Jacob M, what's the answer here?
In the following code snippet, what value is given for the bottom right corner border radius? That'd be 40 px.
No. Do I have somebody else who wants to try that one?
$30.
Yep, perfect. All right. Jacob, can you try this one?
When defining new font in CSS3, use @font-define.
No. Do I have somebody who wants to try this one?
@font-face.
Perfect. All right. We'll give you one more try to redeem yourself, Jacob. All right. What do you think the answer is here?
Drag and drop from the options below to color the text in paragraph with ID my text red. Also add a black shadow to text that is 5 pixels to the right and 3 pixels down. Okay.
So we'll first start off by thinking, what do we do when you have an ID? What do you
hashtag my text.
Perfect. And then they wanted a font, a text shadow.
Yeah, so it would be text shadow.
Good.
And it gave the pixels 5 and 3. So
I'll give you a hint. It's pretty straightforward on that one, on the numbers.
5 and then 3.
Yep, good.
And then what's left is color.
Yep, perfect. You've redeemed yourself. Awesome.
Yay.
Bill, can you do this one?
Fill in the blanks so that the first line of the paragraph uses the newly defined font called test. OB.
So it's a font. So I'll start with that. So what do you think you do anytime you're referencing a font?
Font face, dash face.
Yeah, @font face. Perfect. And then we want to figure out what the source is. So of
SRC.
good. And now we're going to be reviewing some stuff from the previous class where we did the pseudo elements and pseudo classes. So it's got the 2 dots, and then so then what are we going to put for so that it gets the first line of the paragraph?
Uh, huh.
I'm gonna help you out with this one because you were answering some other questions already. So I'm gonna give you a hint. So what are you gonna do for pseudo element for the first line?
I need help.
That was help. For the first line, what do you think you put? You put first dash line. I'll just give you that one. Okay, and then we're trying to reference that we want them to use the font family called test. So
The next one should be font family.
perfect.
Test.
Font dash family and then test. Good. All right. So now we have learned about importing font families, but let's actually do it because yeah, just because. All right, so let's go to the internet and Google font families or font families CSS and see what we get. Scroll down. Oh, we don't want how to. All right, go to the top and add download.
Brandon, is this different, this process completely different than like a Google Font API call, or is this completely unrelated from that?
Well, an API, you're actually interfacing with like their system. So I haven't used Google Font API. I've used
Okay.
a million other Google APIs, but not Google Font. Are you familiar with that? If you've got knowledge on something, let's share it with the class by all means.
Well, I mean, I don't have a lot of knowledge about it. I just know that when I wanted to pick a different font, the only way I found to do it was to just put a URL in of the Google Font API in my HTML head tag, and then that allowed me to pick that family that I wanted from Google Font, and it showed up on my site.
Yeah, that could work. Normally you have to use you like download it. You download the file, like the TTF or the OTF, and you put it in your static folder, and then you just reference where it is in your static folder. But I mean, your way would be the same thing, except you, instead of referencing it from your static folder, you'd be referencing it from where Google has it stored on the internet. So
it's probably kind of like an image. Is it smarter just to keep it locally with your files and rather than calling on it from another source?
I mean, with Google, you're probably pretty safe, but if you were like, if it was some little random rinky dink site that you don't know if is going to go down and is if you could trust it to work, then I wouldn't trust that. I'd probably download it. so I'm not gonna say it's bad to do it with Google. That would be fine. But all right, let's try searching TTF. Or no, sorry, all that stuff and then just adding at the end TTF. Okay. Just wants to teach us. Need to find where to get some. Oh, well, let's try this. Fonts.google. Since Michael brought that up, let's click on that and see if they let you download it.
Yeah, you get options to download or to get the HTML address.
Oh, great. Okay. Uh,
If you go up top to fonts, yeah. Just pick one.
yeah, let's see. Let's pick like a cursive one. Because a lot of times, like if you're doing, yeah, I mean, that one would be fine. Let's click that one. Because when you're doing digital signatures, like in PDFs and like digital signatures online and stuff. Oh, wait, what? This doesn't look like what it looked like. Looks like some weird
If you
language.
scroll down within each one of these fonts, you can pick your continent and language and it'll
Okay.
populate that for you. So right
Oh,
there,
sweet.
just scroll back up a little bit. Right there, continent and language.
Yeah, click download family. So yeah, go to Google Fonts. Great. Thanks for the tip, Michael. Because this seems really easy. But anyway, so let's take that and drag that into your static folder.
Geez. Okay, hold on. This bar at the top, I gotta move it.
Okay.
It went away, so now I can't drag it.
Okay, well then click on your little folder icon down at the bottom next to your Microsoft Edge. Yeah, right there. And then take that and then drag that, yeah, into, okay, but that's not the,
Close it out.
what does that say? We want the, no, that's not, okay. Okay, yeah, it is a TTF. Okay, so yeah, drag that one. And yeah, just right there in the static and let it go.
Did you do it? I don't see it.
Yeah, it didn't appear. I think you gotta try it again. Maybe it's because it's zipped. Hit extract at the top. And then click extract all in the right, to the right of that. Yeah, right there. Okay, now try dragging it. Okay, it's there, but it's not in your static folder. So now click on it where it says fast hand and drag it up to your static folder. Yeah, down a little. Like when the things that are in, yeah, right there, let go. Yeah, and click move. Okay. So now let's go ahead and do this. Let's go to your main.py. And so let's see, do you have a, yeah, you have a link to CSS. Okay, I don't see a link to there. Yeah, there's your my CSS, but I'm trying to link for the link tag to make it
This
work.
one? No?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. All right, so you do have stuff in your My CSS. So let's go to your My CSS. And then let's go up to the top.
That's the top.
Yeah, the top of your CSS file. And then, yeah, click so you can bring that stuff down. Okay. And do, so go up to the top to line 1 and do @font face. And everybody, if you guys could try and follow along. And then do your squiggly brackets or your curly brackets. No, it's the curly brackets like right below your minus sign, like hold shift and the one right below your minus sign.
That one, right?
Can't see, it's real small, but oh yeah, that's it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then we're gonna, what was the name of that font family? Okay, well now do font dash family. And then colon. And then now we got to figure out what the name of it is. So let's go back to
Fast hand.
fast hand. Oh,
I-
okay.
think it's on
believe
the
so.
file name.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's put fast hand. And you can just do it as all one word. And then the semicolon. I think your mouse is in the way. I can't see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I have
no
a
worries.
question.
Yes.
Does it matter if it's fast hand dash regular, or can you also just abbreviate it just with fast hand basically without the regular? Or does it have to be exactly?
It shouldn't have to because we're naming it fast hand so that later we can reference it. But it's whatever, it's where we point to in the URL that really matters. So this, it shouldn't matter. You could name it
Does it have to be in quotations?
Google Fast. No.
No.
So that doesn't have to be in quotes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to the next line and do source or SRC and then colon and then URL and then your, yeah, there you go. And then this does have to be in quotes. So now in quote, put 2 double quotes, and let's go ahead and rename your fast hand. Oh no, it does have a dash. Okay, so right click on that and go to copy relative path and then go ahead and paste that. And yeah, good. And let's change those to // too. It just, I like it better. Okay. And now we can go ahead and style specific elements using that. So do you have P referenced at all here anywhere? Let's scroll down. Okay.
Yeah.
You do. Okay. So let's delete all that stuff in font family. And change it to fast hand. And then your colon, and then save that. And let's go to your 2701. And there you go. Now you've got cursive for your all your paragraphs. Any questions from anybody on that? Okay.
Yes. How did you transfer the file into the static folder from online?
Okay, so we went to Google. Let's go back to Google Fonts. So we went to Google Fonts and then clicked Fonts to look for a font, right? Let's click Fonts again just to show them.
Mhm.
And then once you found the one you wanted, then we just click download. So like, let's just click a random one. Yeah. You see how it says download family right there in the upper
Oh,
right?
okay, okay.
So you just
I'm
click
getting-
download family, and then from your downloads folder, you just drag it into your static folder on your
Styles.
internship test page file. Yeah, any other questions?
Shoot.
Was everybody able to do that, or are you guys still, is anybody still working on getting caught up besides Lewis?
I was asking because I don't have a download button.
Oh, it doesn't say download
Yeah.
family on yours?
There it goes, download family. I found it. I guess
Oh, okay, cool.
I had a backup one.
Mine didn't work.
Yours didn't
Fabian.
work? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's stop and let you do screen share. Fabian, could you do screen share? There you go, thanks.
Yep.
I just didn't hear you answer, so I didn't.
It's okay.
Okay, let's scroll to the top. Change that backslash to a forward slash. It's probably not
Which
it.
one? Which one?
The
This one?
yeah, your static. And then let's also add a forward slash at the beginning of that. Yeah, and then let's scroll down. Okay, yeah, you did your P fast hand, good. But let's see if you have P anywhere else. Scroll down. Okay.
I have a bunch of speed
Yeah,
down here.
yeah. Get rid of all that. Yeah, delete that, save that. And now let's go and click refresh.
Okay.
It could be because it's in your it could be your browser needs to refresh. Are you using Google Chrome?
Now I'm using Edge.
Okay, let's open it in Google Chrome.
I'm just going to copy the URL from here.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, you've never used this on Google Chrome, right?
No.
Okay, but you wouldn't have a cache, so that's not it. Let's make sure you did drag it into your static folder. Yeah, go up there. Looks like it is in your static folder. Scroll down a little. Well, you did freehand. I don't think that would make a difference, but let's try changing it to freehand for the name.
Remove regular.
No, not there. Like in your let's go there and scroll up to the top. And
Okay, it says fast hand up top.
change
Oh,
it from fast hand to freehand. And then scroll down to your P and change that to fast hand or to freehand. And that really shouldn't make a difference, but let's just see if it does. So save that and hit refresh. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay. So it's weird. It looks like it should. Maybe because it already referenced your P. So let's go ahead and cut line 31 and yeah, just cut line 31, Control X so that you have it saved.
So just this.
Yeah,
Or
Control
the
X.
whole P.
No, Control X it because you have two P's listed.
Okay.
And it could be reading the first one and then being like, well, we already did paragraph. We're going to ignore the rest of that crap. All right, so let's go to end of line 25 and click there and then hit enter. To the end of it, hit enter. And control V to paste. And then delete lines 32 and 33. And hit save, control S. And now let's go hit refresh. Or actually, what does freehand even look like? Are we sure that's not it? Go to
Google.
yeah, to Google, so we can pull that up so we could see what freehand's supposed to look like. Yeah, Google Fonts. And type freehand. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's clearly not right. This should be working. All right, let's try. Hold on, maybe you mistyped something. Let me look. Looks right. Okay. Try changing freehand to freehand regular, just like it is there, the freehand dash regular. Oh, but with the capital R and the capital F. And then do the same thing, font family 26. Okay, save that. And go to your browser and hit refresh. Huh. Okay, click, let's clear your cache. Go click your, yeah, right there, and then settings. And then the box in the upper left corner, the 3 lines that make a box. Yeah, there. And privacy and security. And clear browsing data, and just click cached and unclick everything else. Okay, and let's go back and hit refresh. Okay, and so is this what you've used to style everything? Oh wait, hold on. Let's look at your main.py. Go up. Oh, now I feel stupid for not checking this first. Okay, change your, or at the top in the head, click to the end of line 11. Right, yeah, and hit enter. Now add a link tag.
The URL.
No, a link tag, it just says the word link. But it's got to be a tag. Okay, and then go back. No, it's just a single tag. And then go inside the link tag. Add space and type REL for relationship equals. And then in quotes, style sheet. And then closing quote. And then space href hyperlink reference equals, and in quotes, and do /static / my css.css. And save that. And now go hit refresh. And there you go.
Okay. Yeah. It's like that.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Jacob, do you want to do screen share? Your hand's up. Did you have a question?
Yes. Did I,
Well, let's change that great vibes regular to style sheet.
that's the name of the one that I'm using.
That's, yeah, but it's not a style sheet. So we got to
Okay.
change that to style sheet. It's so it knows the relationship. Okay, and then save that. Oh wait, you need to eat. Yeah, there you go. And save that. And now go hit refresh.
Oh,
Okay.
weird.
Well, you must had some stuff in there. So let's go. Oh, do you have any paragraphs? Let's go ahead and add a paragraph. If you don't. So let's scroll down. Yeah, you don't have any paragraphs. So let's add a paragraph. Just on line 93. Actually, no, I guess you'd want it up higher. Okay, so I guess click to the end of line 76 and hit enter to make a new line. And do a p tag. And then just type, this is a paragraph. And then your closing paragraph tag. Good, and save that. And now let's go hit refresh on your browser. Okay, now let's go to your Visual Studio and go to your My CSS. Okay. Add a slash at the beginning of that static and click out of there. And then, okay, it is in your static folder. Oh, you don't have a semicolon at the end on line 3. It's always something small at the very end. You all learn that about programming. It's always some minor thing, and you got debugging is just a matter of like looking for the little things. So let's go and hit refresh, and there you go.
Okay.
All right. And was everybody else able to do that, or is anybody still trying to get it figured out? Anybody need help? Nope. Okay, cool. Let's continue along then. Can you pull up Sololearn again. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back. Okay. So we're just gonna go back to the top again. Jacob, you're up.
Creating linear gradients. CSS3 gradients enable you to display smooth transitions between two or more specific colors. CSS3 defines two types of gradients, linear and radial. To create a linear gradient, you must define at least two color stops. Color stops are the color among which you want to render smooth transitions. You can also set a starting point and a direction or an angle along with the gradient effect. In the example below, the colors blue and black are used to create a linear gradient from top to bottom. The syntax works in Mozilla with the Moz. If you work with different browsers, add the corresponding prefix so that the browser understands the gradient. You can use color names, hex values, RGB, or HSL colors to define the gradient color.
All right.
That would be the CMYK.
Yeah, that's nothing. So good. All right. And Lewis, can you read this one? And are you able to turn your camera on?
Yes,
Thanks.
keeps shutting off automatically.
Oh, no worries.
Color stops. Colors can be added one after the other, separated with a comma. The browser will then determine each color stop position. If in the example below, the linear gradient has multiple color stops and runs from top to bottom. Color stop positions can be specified for each color. In addition to percentages, you can also use PX, EM, and so on to specify the color stops. If you use the same color stop position for two colors, a sharp line will be created between them. Background, linear, green. Add the missing color stop value to create a sharp line between the two colors. Green?
No. Is it saying green and then what's the percent? And I'll give you a hint.
Oh,
It's gotta be
80%.
no.
Oh, of the previous one?
Yeah, it's gotta be the same as the previous. So
20%.
yeah, good.
Gotcha. I thought it was the same color. Like if it was the same color, it would draw the line.
Yeah. Well, and it is because it's got green is 20% and it's going red and then green to green. So that's just going from 20 to 80. So all right. Michael East, can you read this one?
Yes. Direction of the gradient. The direction of the gradient can be changed. In the example below, the first gradient starts at left, moving right. The second one runs from bottom to top. Left, right, top, and bottom are supported values for the gradient direction. You can also use their various combinations to specify directions, for example, bottom right. And which one of the following directions is not supported for the linear gradient? And that would be left, right, that'd be center.
Perfect. All right. And Patricia, can you read this one?
Angle of the gradient as an alternative to predefined directions, bottom, top, right, left, bottom, right, etc. You can control the gradient's direction by specifying an angle. The angle is specified as an angle extending between a horizontal line and the gradient line. In other words, 0 degrees creates a left to right gradient, while 90 degrees generates a bottom to top gradient. Run the code and see how it works. Angle of the gradient, linear gradient, left, red, yellow. Which one of the following choices is equivalent to the example above? All right. I need a moment.
Sounds good.
Hey, what was the answer to the stop colors?
20%.
Maybe the linear gradient 0 degrees red, yellow.
Perfect. Because it's going from the left.
Yeah.
Good job. All right. Brian A., can you read this one?
Repeating a linear gradient. The repeating linear gradient function is used to repeat a linear gradient.
It's gradient. Just
Gradient.
not to be picky, but
Run the code, see how it works.
okay. And what's the answer here?
Which property is correct from creating a repeating gradient? A repeating linear gradient. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so now let's actually do this. So, can you pull up your Visual Studio? And let's go ahead and let's just do it to the whole body section. Oh wait, Nora, do you have a picture? Oh wait, you have a picture for your body. Okay, that isn't gonna work. Okay, scroll down a little bit. And let's do the my div. I have 2 my divs. Okay, so click into your my div and hit enter, and let's add background. And then the colon, and then space the new linear gradient, or sorry, Moz, or dash Moz dash linear gradient. Or what browser are you using?
Chrome. I don't remember what that one was.
Yeah, hold on, give me a sec. I can't remember either. That'd be Firefox. Okay, Chrome should be WebKit. I don't know if it'll work with that, but let's try it. Do WebKit linear gradient. Okay, and then let's just do blue, comma red. And I'll go ahead and save that. Oh, put a colon at, yeah, put a semicolon at the end after. So delete it from where it is and just go to the right one. And let's go ahead and save that and go pull it up in your browser. And there you can see on your My Div how it goes from blue to red. Was everybody able to follow along and do that? Was anybody not able to follow along and do that?
Not yet, but I'm not gonna get to it later on.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Anybody else? Anybody need help doing that? Adding a linear gradient? Jacob. Okay. So let me do stop share. You want to do screen share? Are you using Chrome? Okay, yeah, you were using Chrome. Oh, your colon, delete that semicolon because it should be just the one at the end. And then let's actually bring that up to the same line on 44. Delete that. And then delete the other one so it's on the same line too. It's not gonna make a difference, but just for readability, that's how it should be. Okay, so now let's go to your browser and hit refresh. Which one did you do that to? For your My Div. Let's see where your My Div is. Let's click on your main.py because your My Div might be covered up. Let's change everything to static for positioning so that we don't have anything covering up and get rid of any floats. Okay, so scroll down to the bottom, or to the bottom of the keep going, the bottom of the head section. No, right, okay, right there. There you go. Okay, get rid of your float right on line 69. Okay, you need to, so hit delete, or sorry, hit enter, because you need a bracket to close that. So yeah, there you go, and then delete that bracket on line 73, because it was like doing, you were doing that inside that one, inside your div 5's stuff. That's kind of weird. Okay, and scroll up slowly. And keep going. Keep going. Okay, change div 1 to static. position to static from relative. And then get rid of line 26. Okay, and scroll down. Let's see where your my div is. It should be its own thing, right? And keep going until we see the my div. See where it is. Okay, you don't have a my div. That's why. Okay, so let's go ahead and click to the end of line 75. Line 75. No, you can leave that. That's fine. Just click to the end and hit enter, and then add a div. No, just the div tag. And then just type, this is my div. And then now do your closing div. And then click into lines, click into your opening div. No, you're on line 76, your opening div tag. Click on the inside of it and add a space and type ID equals, and then in quotes, my div. In quotes. Okay, and save that. And go to your my CSS. Let's see your my CSS first. I want to make sure it's spelled the same way. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so now go ahead and go to your browser and hit refresh. And there you go. All right. Was everybody else able to follow along on that, or does anybody have any questions? No questions? Okay. All right. Then moving along, can you pull up Sololearn again, please? All right. And Roger Chain, can you read this one?
All right, radial gradients. To create a radial gradient, you must define at least 2 color stops. Radial gradient is defined by its center. The CSS syntax of the radial gradient looks like this. The first value defines the gradient position. We can use a descriptive keyword such as top, bottom, center, or left. Or we can specify, for example, 50%, 50% to set the gradient at the center, or 0% and 0% to set the gradient to start at top left. The second value defines the shape and the gradient size. There are 2 arguments to shape gradients. The first is the ellipse, which is the default, and the second is the circle. Lastly, the third value defines the color combination.
Okay. And what are the answers here?
Select the correct parameters for radial gradient. Two color stops.
I'll give you a hint. There's 3.
Color stops.
Good.
Position and size.
Good. All right. Will, can you read this one?
Again, the shape parameter defines the shape of the shape. If you do not define the shape of the radial gradient, it will take the eclipse value by default. In the example below, we didn't specify the shape of the first div radial gradient, but for the second, we set the value circle. Here is what happened. Okay, run the code and see how it works.
Okay.
What's the default value for the shape parameter? Would be an eclipse.
Or ellipse, but yeah, good.
Ellipse. Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Bill C, can you read this one?
Radial gradient position. Essentially, we can use the same method used to specify the location of a background image with the background position. CSS properties specify the location of the ellipse's center. We specify the horizontal position of the background and optionally the vertical position using either keywords, left, center, right, or top, center, bottom. Length values, percentage values, or some combination of these. In the example below, the first gradient starts from the top left corner. In the second, we set 5% to the green, 15% to the yellow, and 60% to the blue. In addition to percentages, you can use pixels or EMS.
Okay.
Radian.
Good. All right. Mark H, can you read this one? And if you have a camera, can you turn on your camera? Thanks.
All right. Setting the color stops. With the linear gradient, a color stop is specified with a color plus an optional stop position, which is a length or percentage value. Here is a sample circular gradient with color stops.
Okay.
Run the code and see how it works. Add a color gradient, add a circular radial gradient to produce black and red colors with color stop coordinate at 20 pixels and 70 pixels. Black 20.
Good.
And red is 70.
Good. Perfect. All right. So now let's actually go ahead and do that. So let's go to Visual Studio and everybody please follow along. So we've already got our my div, so we might as well just change our my div. So change background to from WebKit linear gradient to just radial gradient.
This meeting is being recorded.
Sorry, got logged out for a second. Yeah. Okay. So we still need the background. So leave background. All right. See you tomorrow, Lewis. And then just add radial gradient. Yeah. And so let's go ahead and do let's just do a circle. And then comma red, comma blue, comma green. And Then add your semicolon at the end. Good. Save that. And yeah. And there you go. Was everybody able to follow along on that? Does anybody have any questions on that? David, your hand's up. Okay. What's that?
Yeah, I'm having problems with my visual studio. It's not working correctly.
Okay.
I must have hit something and messed up the syntax somewhere. It's not running correctly.
Okay. We're gonna go a little bit further today on CSS, and then once we get to the part where we're working on our resume stuff, I'll help you then. Sound good?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Can you do screen share again, please? Okay. So yeah, let's go back to Sololearn and okay. So now let's see. Patricia, can you read this one?
Yes, one moment. I had to restart.
Okay, no worries. We'll
Okay.
move on. Kevin,
I'm good. I can read.
oh, you're good now? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm good now. The background size property. The background the background size property adds new functionality to CSS that allows us to specify the size of background images using either lengths or percentages. The current versions of most popular browsers, including Firefox, Safari, Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Opera, now support background size without the need for vendor prefixes. 100, 200?
Yeah, 200, good. Good.
Yes.
All right. Kevin B, can you read this one?
The background size values. The two other possible values for background size are the keywords contain and cover. The contain keyword scales the image so it fits the container. In other words, the image will grow or shrink proportionally, but the width and height will not exceed the container's dimensions. Background size also accepts the cover keyword. The image is scaled to fit the entire container. However, if that has a different aspect ratio, the image will be cropped. Which property scales the image so that both width and height fit inside the content area? Contain.
Good. And we've done this a little bit. We've covered like background image and background color, but now they're just getting specific into setting the background all at once, where you set like whether it's repeat, the URL, all the stuff at once. Okay, let's continue on. Fabian, can you read this one? And if you have a camera, can you put camera on too? Are you there, Fabian? Okay, we'll come
I'll
back.
just go ahead and read that.
Thanks, good. Thanks, Peter. You're actually next on my list.
The background clear property. The background clear property specifies the painting area of the background. The property takes 3 different values. Border box default. The background is painted to the outside edge of the border. Pattern box. The background is painted to the outside of the pattern content box. The background is painted content box. The background is painted within the content box. An example below, the first div with background clip is set to pattern box. And the second div is set to content box. Run the code and see how it works. Okay, and background clear property, which value is not used with the background clear property? Well, so we do know that we have the border pattern and content, border pattern and content. So that'll be the text box.
Perfect. All right. Okay, back to the top. David, can you read this one?
Background clip with images. Background clip also applies to background images. Run the code to see how it works. Does background clip work with images? Yes.
Good. Okay, and let's go ahead and try this. So let's go to Visual Studio and let's add a new div. Let's go to your main.py and yeah, just somewhere on there, just add a new div and give it the ID new div or something. And if everybody could please follow along. And just write something in the inside the div before you close it. No. I meant before you do your second div tag. Yeah, so you had it right. Okay. And let's go ahead and save that and then go to your CSS. And let's go ahead and create that new div like at the bottom. So it's hashtag new div. And then, yeah, perfect. So first, let's set the height. And let's just make it 50%. And then do width 50%. Oh, just on a new line. Okay, and then let's do border style solid. Okay, and so now let's go ahead and add a background, and let's just do it as blue. And go to a new line and do background dash clip content box. And now let's go ahead and add some padding of 40 pixels.
On the same line.
No, on a new line. So just do, padding and just do 40 pixels and then 40 pixels, 40 pixels. So 40 pixels.
Commas in between or the semicolon? I don't know.
Just a space. Okay, and save that. And let's go look at your, yeah. And since we added padding, you see that it's on the blue of the background's on the inside, right? So now let's change it to, let's go back to your Visual Studio and change the from content box to padding dash box. And save that and go and there you go. Now it takes up the whole thing, including where there was padding. So were you guys able to follow along, and do you see the difference between background clip with padding versus content? Jacob, your hand's up. Hold on. You want to do screen share?
Yeah, sorry, I can't keep up. So going back here, this is where I got lost.
Okay, just close that
ID.
div. Yeah, do your closing div tag.
Okay, so div.
Okay, and then save that and go to your my CSS and save that. And now go to your browser.
I don't think I have everything put in there.
Well, looks good. So, and you did, hold on, and are you doing, yeah, padding box? So if you change that to content box, then let's change it to content box. You can just select it right there. There you go. Save that. Oh wait, did you have padding? Let me see. Maybe that's what you had. That's what was missing. Okay, so go to the next line and just add padding 40, 40, 40, 40. 40 pixels. And then space 40 pixels. You're gonna do 40 pixels. And there you go. All right. Any other questions, Jacob?
No, I was just having a hard time keeping up with typing.
No worries. Did anybody else have any questions on that? Was everybody able to follow along? Okay, good. All right. Can you actually, this is a good time to stop. All right. So let me end the video.